This game is straight out of 1999, and I don't know if you guys ever played it, but it was a DOS shareware game originally in the form that I played it, and then was updated and re-released. I want to say the first time I played it may have been off of a 3.5-inch floppy. It was made by a guy named Jason Emery, as a project for Epic Mega Games at the time, which is now Epic Games. Come to find out years later, he actually released the code to the public. He made it public domain. When he made it public domain, a team of people picked it up and designed a project called Tyrian, where they basically ported it to every known device that could run it. So it's available on phones. There's a version that runs on the Nintendo DS. There's a version that runs on like Raspberry Pi. This version is actually available on GOG. I think it's the most feature complete version because it's actually Tyrian 2000 instead of Tyrian. And it runs out of DOSBox, which is kind of predictable because it was a DOS game originally. Really, this is just a prime example of a great shoot 'em up. So in the same vein as kind of an Ikaruga, maybe less bullet craziness, a little bit more manageable. You go through and unlock stuff and upgrade your ship, and it's just fun. It's good times. So I thought this would be a cool way to kind of close out the first stream, play a few minutes of Tyrian. And I always play Pulse Cannon, so we're going to do something different just to challenge me out of my comfort zone a little bit. I think we'll go multi-cannon, actually. I also always go Sonic Wave, but I think, again, in the interest of something different, we'll go multi-cannon there as well. Have the best shield already. Upgrade the generator, because it turns out you think it doesn't matter until you don't have it, and then it's terrible. So we're just going to start. And you only need 2 buttons. The space bar and occasionally enter if you decide you want to redirect your back-facing guns. So this is one way. This is the second way. I had a strong temptation to use a controller and play this that way, but I felt like that would be doing an injustice to the way I used to play the game, which was always keyboard. So I am just playing on my keyboard right now. Arrow keys and spacebar. That's all you need. And there's some hidden levels and stuff that I'm trying to decide if I actually want to make use of. So there's one hidden level over here. I don't think I actually want to get that one. And you will notice it looks like I am getting absolutely bodied by some of these guys. I'm actually using my shield as a way to kill the guys that I can't DPS down enough, because my shield regenerates fast enough that it's not really a risk. And the multi-cannon is kind of garbage, which is why I never use it, which is why it's fun to make myself use it. So I logged so many hours on this game as a kid, but the shareware version only had episode 1. So we used to play it on repeat, just the first episode, which is like 10 levels. It's a pretty solid experience. You can play it for 30 minutes and not hit the end. There's enough bonus levels and secret stages and branching pathways that you can play it a few different times and have pretty different experiences each time. So that was a lot of days just playing through that way. And then there's also arcade mode, which ups the difficulty because you can't buy upgrades. Instead, you pick up upgrade tokens throughout the level, where whatever gun you have, which again, guns drop in the level, will get upgraded based on how many lives you have. And my goodness, is that infuriating, because the later levels are brutally hard, in the vein of something like Ikaruga, where you just get smoked all the time. And so you're losing lives, which takes away your gun's power. which makes you lose more lives, which makes you get weaker, and it just spirals out of control unless you have max lives. So it's brutally punishing, and this is only on the middle difficulty. I actually don't think I've ever beaten this game at all, because as a kid I only had the shareware version, and I haven't really played it much since the open Tyrian thing happened and GOG got it for free because it was open source. The other thing about it is it's multiplayer, so it had net play when modems were 28 kilobits, and it has 2-player local co-op where one person uses mouse, one uses keyboard. So me and my brother used to play a ton, and the cool thing is in co-op mode you can actually link your ships together. It changes the way they control and behave, and you can unlink them and do different stuff that way. And then I remember trying to play over net play, I think with my uncle, if I'm remembering right, and that's the first death. Already. Totally unforgiving. If you die once in full game mode, it is over. So that means we'd have to start again. So let's do this differently with a couple different upgrades. We'll go maybe Protron. And for rear gun, yeah, why not? Heavy guided bombs. Don't have enough to get an upgrade for either of those. So in net play mode at 28 kilobits on a dial-up modem, the game plays like a slideshow. It is horrible. To the point where, oh, I just missed a weapon upgrade. I don't even really know that you can call it playable. But we tried. Did not go well. But in the day, I guess the whole thing was just whether or not something is possible. And it was possible. But you had to dial into the other person's modem, and it was crazy. But no, so I love this game dearly. It's a weird connection I have with it, because I used to just come back and play it over and over again, as you do when you're a kid. It doesn't matter if you've played something a million times. If it's fun, let's see if we can get the secret level. There we go. We got it that time. If it's fun, it doesn't matter. You just come back and do it over and over again. And for the longest time, I was still discovering new things about it every time I'd come back and play. That's the other secret level right there, by the way. The little orange orb. I think the orange orb is actually the better secret level, if I'm remembering right. One of them's really hard, and the other one is really easy. I think I got the hard one. But no, the music is something else entirely. Just a phenomenal soundtrack. Is actually still held in license by the guy that composed it. I don't remember his name, but I looked it up the other day, and he still has it on his bio page 20-something years later. Now this time, when Big Scary Boss Fella does the diagonal the diagonal drop, we need to be in the middle of the screen so we don't get nuked again. Now we get to the crazy bullet part. Stay slightly off center. Okay, now for a long time as a kid, I didn't know what the difference was between the Talon and the Fang. The difference is the armor. So the bar on the left that moves is the armor bar. So that's after you run out of shields, which is very useful. So it's absolutely worth the extra 2,000 to do that. So we can dump another point into Protron. Don't have enough money for any more heavy guided bombs. We really want to upgrade our shield. Generator is already best. Don't nearly have the money for a sidekick, which is like a little outboard weapon. So we're just gonna go to unknown and hope to God this is the easier one. It is not. I actually don't know if I'm gonna have the damage throughput to kill anything here. Yeah, I think we're just gonna die. Well, we may have to switch guns here because the Protron is too spread out. I need to be able to hit things like directly in front of me. All right, let's see if we can kill stuff now. Oh yeah, easy. Easy peasy. Oh. This is gonna be doable, but I just have to not get greedy Because every one of these guys you kill, the drop items are worth a ton of points. Alright, we're not going to even try this guy. Too scary. I remember on one of our old computers, this section would graphically, like, bug out the, whatever internal graphics we had on the computer. It was like a Pentium 1. And the colors wouldn't work. So you couldn't see anything. It was just like everything would go monochrome. It was the weirdest thing. Made this part very scary. Alright, we need to get this guy. Cool. Getting absolutely wrecked by those bubble things. Alright, we made it through. I actually didn't know if that was going to work. We'll leave that alone for now, I think. So we can get Wild Ball, which is actually pretty cool, if I'm remembering right. Upgrade that a couple times. Let's see what else we can get here. Shield is fine. Generator is fine. Let's do one. We'll hope for the best. So the cool thing about Wild Ball is when you spin it, it switches the way that the Wild Ball points. So right now it's pointing forward, but we can also invert it to go the other way, which seems like it's not useful until you get into some of the weird spots in later levels where you actually kind of need your bullets to go the wrong way. And then it makes a lot of sense. Also, this is not the good level. This is the one where you get no points through the whole level because everything is a rock. And that's a problem because that means we're going to beat this level, get to the end, have no new money, be able to afford no upgrades, and therefore be very under-equipped for the next level. Because every level gets quite a bit harder. And when we get to the end of the episode, there's a huge difficulty spike. Also, those little data cubes are the whole storyline of the game. So this is the spot where you're actually kind of glad to have backwards bullets. Because of those little cannon guys. Secret level, under the face. Because what else would be under the face? Also, I found out something interesting about this game. Because I was wondering why the frame rate looks so janky. My computer is not the greatest, but this game is from 20 years ago. It's a flat 2D shoot 'em up. Shouldn't have trouble running it. Tried it on my laptop. Tried it on my desktop. Both machines look the same. I tried Open Tyrian. I tried Tyrian 2000. Both of them look the same. So I looked it up. Come to find out, Jason Emery hard-coded this to run at 35 frames per second. Because at the time, this is where it gets really interesting, there was no standardized good frame rate. Game designers would just code whatever they felt like was a good frame rate. And that's what the game would run. So he added a... I don't think it's in this menu. But I'll show you guys on the next level. But he added an option to the menu to go into what's called turbo mode, which cranks up the frame rate to 47 frames. But because it's supposed to be locked at 35, it effectively speeds the game up by like 30%, which makes it very, very difficult. But you can't get 60 frames. It is impossible. Oh, I need the generator, though. Alright, so we're going to have to not take the Wild Ball upgrade to get the generator. Alright, bonus level. And I'm going to show you guys Turbo for a second here, because it's terrifying. It's a small difference, but wow, does it make the game twitchy and difficult to control. So, we're going to go back to normal, just so I have a chance of maybe surviving here. Okay, listen here, pal. Nobody wants your missiles. I'm going to die. Gosh. And this is just the way the game spirals. When you get behind, like, a level on points, and you can't afford weapon tiers, then you can't kill anything. And because you can't kill anything, you can't get points, and you can't get points, that means you can't get weapon upgrades, and you're just in deep, deep trouble at that point. And that's exactly what happens in episode 2 as well, because, oh gosh, you have to just start avoiding everything. And then it really does feel like Ikaruga. But you have to be able to afford upgrades. So somehow we managed to scrape a little bit of money out of that. We can add dual shot option. Savara is the first hard level, in my opinion. You'll see why. And you might be thinking, wait a minute, the other levels weren't hard. No, I'm just playing really badly. And like I said, I'm behind the upgrade curve right now. Because I'm playing badly. Because I picked crummy weapons to try something different from the very beginning. That's why you never pick different weapons. You always pick the best weapons. Then you win the game. If you try to branch out and do something fun, you lose. That's how games used to punish you. And these fellas are why this level is hard. Because you get mini-bosses every 20 seconds or so. They just casually pop in. Oh, hey. Hey there. And you can power through until you get to the first blimp. Just wait. Any minute now. Oh, there's the blimp. Oh, there's another blimp. Weapon upgrade. Very good. Very, very good. That saves us a lot of money. Yeah, if we ever see those, that is priority number 1. Because it's the next tier in whatever the current weapon is that you have. Oh, that's the one you avoid. Also, I'm killing a lot of these little guys very quickly, but they, look at that guy, the green one. They shoot a lot of bullets very quickly, which is why you want to kill them fast. So this is boss. Not that scary. Honestly, the mini-boss guys are a little scarier. And we're through. We probably want to upgrade our front gun if we can. I already have dual shots. That's fine. Now, we could go for multi-cannon or something different. I think I'm going to stick with Vulcan for now, just because it's pretty focused fire, which is helpful. This is kind of the Space Invaders stage, where everything is sort of grouped together and you just kill the grouping. We definitely want those. Those are worth 1,000 points. This level is also just a wonderful chance to revisit the first level music. Another hard level coming up here. Now, we get the chance to upgrade our ship, which is usually very worth it because look at what it does to the armor class. Big difference there. Plus, it looks awesome. All right, Deliani. This is a level where you kind of just try to walk away from stuff alive. It's a whole bunch of mines. And there is an optimal path to take where there's actually some pretty good points that you can get. I don't remember which the path is. Ah, crud. That was it. Couple 500s there. So really, it's try to avoid stuff and pick up the gems. We're pretty much in the best shape we can be right now. No upgrades we can afford. And the real Deliani. Now, there is a chance on this level to get some pretty cool things. One of the things that can drop, I never quite figured out how this works, but there is a special power-up that can drop where it gives your ship, there it is, a special ability. So this is the repulsor. And if I'm remembering right, there's a way that you trigger it. I don't remember what it is. But you see the icon in the top left corner now. It may actually push projectiles away or something like that. Yeah, there we go. When you tap spacebar, I don't know if you guys can see that, but you tap spacebar, any energy bullets that are coming towards you will get pushed away. And the speed that you tap it at, see, there they go. So now it makes it really difficult when I'm using that to actually get hit by energy weapons, which is kind of cool. It's better to just kill stuff. And there's, I don't know, I think I've seen probably 5 different random power-ups like that that augment your ship and that you keep. One of them shoots a snowball thing out that's pretty useless. Now you know your ship's getting strong when you can kill one of the green orbs before the second one spawns. So I can tell you right now, this is not a very good run. And we went right into that. Oh gosh. Yeah, I am way out of rhythm. Alright, here we go. The good news is we can totally cheese this. Because of this repulsor power-up. Nothing to see here. It's not cheating. They gave it to me. Now we can afford the Gencor Maelstrom, which is clearly better because the bar on the left goes up. And we can get the Lightning Cannon, which is expensive as all get out and looks pretty awesome. And if I'm remembering right, is pretty terrible. There's also the Mega Cannon, which is just sort of a fireball, which I think also is pretty terrible. Can't afford Wild Ball. The Minto ship is just kind of greenish. Savara again. Now, Savara was scary the first time. It's scary again this time. Trying to get as many of these little green... Oh, gosh. Very, very dangerous blimps on this one. I actually don't even think I can kill them with my current weapons. Because I'm not even getting their armor to the point where the model changes. Because you can see when they're about to die when the model changes to a bunch of holes. And couldn't see him. Hidden in the cloud. Now, the repulsor does not work on stuff that is not an energy weapon. So, the missiles, it's useless. So we can't cheese our way through that at all. We have to actually just get good. And the name of the game is stay away from the blimps. Unless maybe... Can we... Nope. Just on the edge there. If I had a little bit more damage output. Maybe. Just maybe. Which is a shame because we're missing out on all those points. Oh, almost died to the same one again. Here come the missiles. Nope. Still can't get the blimp. That is such a bummer. Alright, now. You think this guy is the boss. Feels like a boss. Looks like a boss. But then the level is still going. How could that not be the boss? Now we have this guy, who is the actual boss. Not even taking damage until now. Can the repulsor work on his, oh, kinda. They move a little too fast. Made it through. Tropical cherry. So you know what? Let's get the tropical cherry. We also can get the Microsol front blaster, which I don't think I love. So apparently we can only get the tropical cherry on the left because reasons. And now we are on Tyrian, the namesake level. And I gotta be honest, I don't actually know why we have this cone of effect around us. I guess because the planet is really, really hot. And it's melting. There's actually a whole tale of, like, political intrigue and stuff with this game. But as a kid, I couldn't care less, honestly. I just wanted to be a cool ship blowing things up. So we have our boss from the first level again because we're back on Tyrian. But now notice he's got lots more bullets. Also, he's not taking any damage. He's got 2 health bars. He is absolutely nutty. But we can repel his bullets with the repulsor. But this is designed to be a giant pain. Because you're like, oh, I know how to fight him. I fought him easily the first level. No. Not this version. So we gotta really make use of that super broken repulsor mechanic. Oh gosh. Absolutely nuked my shield there. Now he's in his 3rd phase. So we had the invulnerable phase. The pinchy face phase. Now we should be able to... Oh gosh. Gotta watch out for the big laser beam. That's the thing that's gonna kill me. Okay. We do, however, like the music. So we have enough money to get some upgrades here. Let's see, unless there's actually something new. Nope, nothing new. So I think we go next tier Vulcan, probably. Sojin or skip it. I think, you know what? Yeah, this is the bonus level. Okay. This is something, let me tell you. It's collect the ale and kill the bad guys. The problem is you have no shields, literally, and the bad guys drop lower and lower as they bounce around. So it's like an old arcade game, but too fast to be manageable. I'm pretty sure I've never managed to clear this. I also don't know how to use the bomb. No, okay, there it goes. Useless. Thanks, game. I thought it would be a screen detonate. It was not. Best thing about this level is the music. Dead again. Look at this. Look at how many bouncing bad guys there are. And one just barely clips me. And I'm instantly almost dead. It's funny because this is a bonus game that's harder than the actual game. It gives you next to no points. The game is very concerned that I don't realize I'm about to die. And if we don't clear it, we're back to square one. So we just have to skip it because I don't think I can beat it. So then it gives you a hint. And this is where it gets interesting because as a kid playing this, you read the thing about Asteroid 2. All of a sudden, now you know a trick for the next time. So you go back and you play it again with that in mind. Since this is Dad's game shelf, it better be Dad. Now episode 2 starts. Just so you guys can appreciate what happens to this game when you hit episode 2. All of a sudden, the screen is half full of stuff. Nothing dies, except for the littlest of the little guys. And you have these horrible looking space worm demon things that just casually dive through you. That are scary enough to be mini bosses, but they just pop up every so often. Oh, we need that. That's a weapon power up. The worst thing is we're making progress through the level, right? But look at our points. We've gotten like 5,000 in here and that's it. Because you can't kill anything. So this is where the spiral starts to happen. Where, because you can't kill anything... Oh, by the way, here's that boss again. Except he's not even a boss. He's just gonna kill you. And this is where you always want to come in and save. And we'll go down here to this slot. And call it Dad. And this is where we get stuck every time. Because unless you manage to get lucky enough to have a whole bunch of extra points beyond what I have here, the difficulty just starts to spike. It's still an awesome game, and I love it dearly, but I don't know how to go further than that. But I do know that there are some fun codes to type in here. I don't know if I remember any of them. I think that there's a whole nother game hidden inside this game. If you type destruct at the menu, you get this game, which is basically like a mixture of worms and a little bit of like Missile Command and different stuff. It is absolutely nuts. But apparently Jason Emery just casually was like, yeah, I'm going to build another game into this game. And you can, the controls are really obtuse. I don't remember what many of them are, but you can switch between your units and you can do different things with different units. It's just crazy. So we can back out. And there is the Food Ship 9. Main weapon, Banana Blast. Special weapon, Banana Bomb. And we have oranges. No one ever said it was easy. So the cool thing about this is the one super slow moving banana in the middle is a massive explosion whenever it detonates. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's pretty awesome. So, anyway. There's lots of other random stuff with this game, but I am an old man trapped in a young man's body. I'm getting tired. So, I think this is probably a good place to call it. It has been quite a lot of fun, and I'm glad you guys decided to hang out for a bit. Hopefully I'll be doing this again pretty soon.